Rachel. Today I just wanted to talk about scars, okay? In terms of like self-harm scars, I'm not talking about like fresh cuts or scabbed cuts. I'm talking about like old scars that have healed, that are never gonna go, that are gonna be invisible on your body forever. Now, I haven't self-harmed in about 7 years. Obviously, I'm really proud of that, but I've still got scars, especially down this arm. The ones on this wrist and arm, you're not really going to see because of my tattoos. The ones on my legs, I've got really hairy legs, so you're not going to see them either. Plus, a lot of them are quite high up, so they're hidden by whatever I'm wearing anyway. But I'm not ashamed of my scars, okay? Absolutely not ashamed of them. I'm very happy to go about my daily business and have them on show, okay? They're not massively noticeable, visible from a distance, but if you're working with me and you see me writing something in my hands or my arms on show, it's going to be very noticeable. But I'm not ashamed of it, okay? I know there was 10 years ago a lot of stigma around mental health and self-harm, that kind of stuff, but nowadays it's a lot more accepting. I think a lot more people have matured about it. There's a lot more awareness about it, especially through the news and social media, schools, that kind of stuff. People are a lot more accepting of it. It's the same as sexuality. A lot more people accepting of homosexuality, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't feel like I need to be ashamed. People do ask me about it. Okay, people do notice it, but they're very respectful about it. They like to ask, you know, like basic questions, like, you know, like, why did I do it, that kind of stuff, and I don't care away from it. Okay, I absolutely don't. I think people want to know because they're interested. They want to understand it more, which is great. That shows a clearly open-mindedness. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I think I have a story to tell, just like other people that go through self-harm have a story to tell. But people are very respectful. People are very, you know, they commend me. They think, wow, that's such a brave thing to go through, and you're doing so well coming out the other side of it. And that makes me feel so good about myself. People recognise the fact that I've pulled myself out of 5 years of self-harm, depression, anxiety and suicide attempts, and I think, and they see how well I'm doing now, you know, like with my home, my job, my family, that I've, you know, this empire that I've built, and they really commend me. They think it's really good, and it's that kind of feedback that just pushes me further to go through my goal now, you know, my goal to help other people get through self-harm and achieve their dreams. And yeah, it makes me feel good about myself. Now, I don't go around bragging and saying, oh yeah, I've come out of self-harm, look at me everyone, you know, come on, give me some attention. That's not how it is. But at no point do I ever walk outside my front door and think, oh god, I've got to cover my arms, or I need to try and avoid making eye contact with people, or put my arms behind my backs, anything like that. I'm just not ashamed. So the message in this video really, guys, is that I don't think you should be ashamed either, okay? Whether you've got old cuts, old scars, or you've got fairly fresh scars as well, I don't think you should be ashamed, guys. If you've got old scars, it shows people what you was like at the time in your life, a very difficult time, okay? But people are so much more respectful now, okay? And they will, like I said, they will commend you. They will see that you've gone through that and recognise the fact that you've pulled yourself out of a really dark place, okay? And that is interesting for other people that have never been through it. And if you've got fresher cuts or scars now, guys, you've got to expect people to be asking questions. You've got to expect, especially if you're in a school environment, a lot of people will see fresh cuts and become very judgmental, okay? But again, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. People are going to badge you, okay? And they will if you've got fresh cuts. And there's going to be people that care, that are going to ask questions. But again, you shouldn't be ashamed, okay? Don't be ashamed of what you're going through, okay? Mental illness happens to a lot of people. I think it was 1 in 3 people, a statistic that was done over the last couple of years. 1 in 3 people suffer with a mental illness or disorder, okay? Okay, it's nothing to be ashamed of. The world is becoming way more accepting now of mental health issues, especially self-harm and suicidal thoughts and depression, okay? So yeah, guys, don't be ashamed, okay? I'm not saying that you should go out and heavily broadcast the fact that you've been self-harming recently. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is, don't feel that you need to hide it because you worry about being judged, okay? Yes, there are plenty of judgmental people out there, okay? But I'm saying, as a whole, the world is way more accepting of it now, okay? Just please, if you want to hide it, that's absolutely fine, but please don't feel ashamed of it, okay? Please don't feel ashamed. You're a great person. You're going through a difficult time, and you shouldn't be ashamed of that. Okay, so many people do it. It doesn't make you weak at all. And if you're someone that used to self-harm and you've come through it, my hat's off to you. Well done. Okay, but again, don't be ashamed of old scars. The world is a much more accepting place to this kind of thing now. Okay, anyway guys, all the best. Please leave comments below. Let me know your opinion. Do you feel ashamed? Do you feel that you have to hide old scars because you work in a job now or whatever? Just let me know what you think, guys. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. All the best. Take care. Bye.